This is the Eye on Annapolis Daily News Brief, keeping you informed about the happenings in Annapolis and the area. Local news, local sports, local events, local opinion, and of course, local weather. The Eye on Annapolis Daily News Brief starts now.
Good morning. It's Wednesday, May 22nd, 2019. This is John Frenaye, and this is your Eye on Annapolis Daily News Brief. Today at 2 p.m., the Blue Angels will take to the sky. Yesterday, they were here at 11 a.m. and came back at about 2:30 for a practice run, but it's the real deal this afternoon. People have asked the best places to watch, and I would suggest Ingram Field or Hospital Point on the Naval Academy yard. To get there, you do need your valid ID, and you need patience. You've got to figure about an hour to get through security and ultimately to the field to see the show. So you'd want to be at the gate at the Naval Academy no later than 1 p.m. My suggestion would be Gate 3, which is at the end of Maryland Avenue. If you're not into going on to the Naval Academy yard, you can look to Manresa, which is the senior complex that sits right on the Severn River. They do have a little party. They do ask for a small donation. It's a lot of fun. You can park in the park and ride up there on Ritchie Highway and just walk right down. The World War II Memorial is also a favorite spot, but it is likely to be crowded, as is Jonas Green Park, which is sort of down there at the foot of the World War II Memorial. City Dock is a good place. The rooftops of Hillman or Gotts Court garages are also very good. Or if you're up for some adventure, crash a party at one of the mansions across the river from the Naval Academy. Of course, if you've got access to a boat, go there. But remember, the word for this week, patience. Just before 5 a.m. yesterday morning, officers from the Annapolis City Police Department responded to the Royal Farms at the corner of 6th and Chesapeake for a robbery. When they arrived, the clerk advised them that two male suspects with their faces covered approached him, showed a handgun, ordered him back into the store, and forced him to open up the register. The suspects took an undisclosed amount of money and fled down Chesapeake Avenue. They were not located, and the police are actively searching for the two suspects. A concerning story out of the same neighborhood. The Annapolis Police Department is investigating two missing juveniles. Both are Latino, and both are from the same neighborhood. The first is Jocelyn Ayala. She's described as 12 years old, 5'4" and 90 pounds. She has long brown hair, and the police believe she is voluntarily missing. The second case is Michael Borjas. He's a 14-year-old, 5'10", 170 pounds, with short black hair. He was last seen on May 19th and was not reported missing until the 21st. Now, Ayala was last seen on Bryson Street, and Borjas was last seen on Melrob Court, which are both in the Forest Hills apartment complex. If anybody has any information there, to contact the Annapolis City Police at 410-268-4141. In some better news for the city of Annapolis, they're getting ready to open up the Truxtun Park pool, and I just learned that pool has a name. It's called the Kenneth R. Dunn Municipal Pool. And I'm not sure whether that's named after Kenny Dunn, who was a longtime baseball coach over at South River High School. I'm not sure. I'll have to look into that. And it will be open weekends starting this Saturday, May 25th, through Sunday, June 9th. After that, the pool will be open daily through Labor Day in September. You can find the daily rates and season pass information at annapolis.gov/Truxtun Park Pool. And I'll remind everybody, Truxtun has a U at the end. It's Truxtun. The weekend hours are 11 to 7 p.m. The regular season hours, which go June 15th to September 2nd, are 12:30 to 6 p.m. up until July 20th, and then 12:30 to 7 p.m. up through September 2nd. Holidays, it's 11 to 7 p.m. This is the final season for the pool as we know it. At the end of the season, they will close it down to be replaced, and this is all part of a land swap. We sold the Eisenhower Golf Course to the county, and the funds that we got from that were earmarked to replace this pool. Construction will happen over the winter, and we will have a brand new pool come the summer of 2020. No doubt you're trying to figure out what the heck to do for this upcoming holiday weekend. It is a long weekend for most. It is Memorial Day. Annapolis will be having a parade on Monday, but if you are traveling, listen up. Travel on roads in the area is expected to take 3 times longer than usual, from 3:45 to 5:45 on Monday, May 27th, according to AAA. Keep that in mind. The worst traffic congestion will be on Thursday, May 23rd and Friday, May 24th, when most workers will leave their jobs early to get to wherever they are going. AAA does say 2019 will see the second highest Memorial Day weekend traffic since it started keeping track in 2000. The worst one was 2005. Overall, there's going to be 1.5 million more people traveling by car, train, or plane than there were in 2018, for an increase of 3.6%. On Maryland's toll roads, the Maryland Transportation Authority is expecting a 1% increase in traffic. They said that the Fort McHenry Tunnel is expected to see the most travelers. Since a lot of people are going to go down the ocean, here are your off-peak hours, and these are the best times to travel. This Thursday, Friday before 10 a.m. or after 10 p.m., Saturday before 7 a.m. or after 5 p.m., and on the way back, Sunday and Monday before 10 a.m. and after 10 p.m. It's kind of obvious, but it always helps to restate the obvious. Also, keep your speed down. In addition to the traffic, the Maryland State Police are going to be out in force along with other jurisdictions, and they are going to be having DUI checkpoints, click it or ticket, seatbelt patrols, and enforcement of the move over law, which requires you to move over if you see an emergency vehicle with any kind of flashing lights on the side of the road, if you possibly can do so safely. All right, that is about it for the top news today. Please make sure you're checking out eyeonannapolis.net throughout the day, because we do update it throughout the day. Give that first link in your show notes a click and see all the different ways that you can connect with us. Give us a recommendation to your friends and family, and also if you're someplace where you can leave a recommendation or a review, please do that as well. Aside from that, just hang out. We've got George Young with your local DMV weather forecast. He's coming up in just a minute, but first, a little bit about Macmedics in Severna Park.
Have you ever been to the Annapolis Mall when it opens for the day? Maybe you've noticed the line of folks waiting to get into the Apple Store. As you may know, I'm a Mac user, and today's episode of the Daily News Brief, in fact, all of the episodes of the Daily News Brief have been produced right here on my Mac computer. What you might not know about is Macmedics. They were founded here in Annapolis in 1989, and they are an Apple-authorized premium service provider, the only one in the Baltimore, Annapolis, D.C. area. And what that means to you is that they repair all Apple devices, including the iPhone screens and batteries, all without an appointment. And most repairs are done the same day, usually within 2 hours. They also sell everything except the iPhone and the watch for the same price as Apple. I don't know why you would go anywhere else. Give them a call at 410-757-MACS, or if you're not into the whole letter thing, 410-757-6227. Stop by their retail store in Severna Park on Benfield Road, or their service center in Lanham, right off of Route 50. Or you can always check them out online at macmedics.com. I'll tell you, they've saved me quite a few times, and I know they can save you.
Going out? You need the most up-to-date local weather. Here's George Young from DMV Weather in Annapolis with today's forecast.
Hey everyone, this is George with DMV Weather, and this is your Eye on Annapolis forecast for Wednesday, May 22nd. It's Blue Angels Day in Annapolis today, and it'll literally be a picture-perfect day outside with max sunshine, temps in the mid-70s, and light winds across the Annapolis region for the big annual air show in the skies above the Severn River. And after warmer temps move back in Thursday with a small chance of some PM showers and thunderstorms, it'll be sunny and warm again Friday for Naval Academy graduation ceremonies. And then it's more summer-like weather for Memorial Day weekend with sunny highs in the 80s and maybe even lower 90s in spots across the entire mid-Atlantic region. Okay, that's it for today. This is George Young of DMV Weather. Make it a great day out there, especially if you're able to get out and enjoy the Blue Angels. And be sure to get our free app on all of your devices by searching for DCMDVA Weather in the Apple or Google App Stores. And also follow us on Facebook and Twitter and on our website at dmvweather.com so you can always stay weather informed.
I'm Annapolis City Mayor Gavin Buckley. May 17th to the 24th is commissioning week. We have lots of out-of-town visitors. There's going to be increased traffic and lots of people who don't know their way around the city. Be patient, be kind. There will be road closures. Give yourself extra time. This is a big event for these families, and it's such a big part of our identity. The restaurants, the hotels, the shops rely on increased revenue at this time. So thank you for your support. We love this event every year, and let's go Navy.
Next thing I know, they stopped and they put a spotlight on us. And he said, if you're going to do it, you better do it now. And there we were. It was
and he dropped.
Me and her.
He dropped on one knee,
and
I stopped breathing right there.
And all of a sudden, there's thousands of people, and they're clapping and they're yelling.
Say yes!
She said yes, and everybody heard it. They went nuts.
I'm Steve Samaras of Zachary's Jewelers. That was Michael and Juliana's story of yes. Start your story with Zachary's and beautiful, rare, responsibly sourced Forevermark diamonds at Zachary'sJewelers.com.
You've been listening to the Eye on Annapolis Daily News Brief. Tell your friends and colleagues this is the podcast where you can keep up on the latest with what's going on in Annapolis. And also tell them about our website, eyeonannapolis.net, where you can find even more information. This podcast comes to you every Monday through Friday at 7 a.m., keeping you informed with the Eye on Annapolis Daily News Brief. And take a moment to listen to our other podcast, The Maryland Crabs, released every Thursday at noon.